Everybody, hello, how's it going? We are back with another episode of the Entrepreneur Next Door podcast. And today, I have a dear friend of mine joining me, Conti Moore, who is the founding partner and managing partner of Conti Moore Law, an Orlando-based family law firm. And Conti is going to get into the weeds with us about everything business practice, starting it, family, upbringing, all the great stuff that makes an entrepreneur tick. So, Conti, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
This is fun. And this is a cool one because we've been friends now for about a year. And look, I didn't even know that our kids were the same age, right?
Yeah.
So clearly we haven't gone deep enough with one another.
Right.
So we'll use this as an opportunity to do that.
Well, thank you for having me on. I'm really excited to be here.
And you found time in December to actually get away for 90 minutes to talk.
Yeah, it's peak season, but because of you, I wouldn't miss the opportunity.
Thank you. All right, so we bounce all over, right? But I always like to start with the start, right? So tell me, like, just give me childhood. Like, where'd you grow up? What did the family dynamic look like? Did your parents work? Were they around? Were they not around? Were they working all day? You just give me that. Give me like a little bit of the upbringing.
Okay. So I was born and raised in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
Yes, I ski. I used to ski.
Yeah.
But I was born there. My mom was a single parent.
Okay.
My dad wasn't really around when I was growing up.
Yeah.
But he was into sales. And so my stepdad, I grew up with him. He is an immigrant from Turkey.
Okay.
And so I watched him build businesses.
So he was a serial entrepreneur.
He was.
Okay.
Still is. I watched him build businesses that failed and businesses that succeeded. So I was able to kind of have a first-hand look at what that looks like. I saw him, he had nothing. I remember his first business that he had was a video store.
Oh,
And you
okay.
couldn't compete-
R.I.P. video stores.
You couldn't compete with Blockbuster down the street,
Yeah.
but he had a video store. So I kind of saw like, okay, him trying to compete with Blockbuster, and you know that wasn't that successful. But then he opened up a restaurant at a bar and grill, and that was successful
In Colorado Springs.
In Colorado Springs.
Cool.
So I've seen him open up several restaurants. And we're not restaurants, but businesses.
Yeah.
And so that's where I kind of got a first-hand look at what it took to be an entrepreneur.
And you got to see that, unfortunately, the reality is, you know, you only the successes get publicity, right? Mm-hmm. So you get to see the failures too, which is such an interesting lesson because I don't think I've ever spoken to, and they exist, of course, there's the unicorn, where it's like, yeah, I decided to start my own business. I did the first one. I knocked it out of the park.
Right. Yeah.
No,
Doesn't
really
happen. Doesn't really
right?
happen. My stepdad, Erdal, was my worst boss ever. If he's watching this, you know you were the worst boss I ever had. Like it was like, I mean, but it was good for me because
Which business did you work in?
all of them.
All right.
I was in the movie theater, like the movie rental. I did that. His restaurants. I did that. As a matter of fact, for my 18th birthday, he sent me to bartending college so I could learn to make my own money.
Yeah.
And so that I would have to ask him. I could go and be a bartender, work for him, or work somewhere else and have that skill, which I appreciate. That's a great skill.
Yeah.
To have. But working for him was really hard because like he didn't give a damn. Like he would talk. I mean, when I apply for other jobs, I'm like, oh, I'm not sensitive. I work for my dad, and he was, you know, cutthroat. Like he was very, get over there and get some more drinks. What are you doing? Like he was the hardest person I ever had to work for. But it made me a better leader. Yes. Because I didn't want to be like how he was.
Yeah.
But it also made me not like you could say anything to me and I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
Like I have a very thick skin. And so that helped me in business.
Yeah, across the board, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. So how the hell did you end up from Colorado Springs to Florida? What was that transition?
So my grandfather, who was very much involved in my life, he was the president of a historical black college in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
And so I always knew that I wanted to go to a HBCU. And so I ended up attending Florida A&M University.
Okay.
And so I did that.
Tallahassee, let's go.
Tallahassee.
All right, yeah.
So I went there and I majored in computer information systems with a minor in business.
Okay.
And that's because my grandfather told me, I always wanted to go to law school.
Yeah.
I always knew that I wanted to be a lawyer.
Really? From what age?
From 5. I argue like no other. Like I knew. And
Yeah.
back then I wanted to be the first African American woman on the Supreme Court. That's what I said when I was
5 years old?
Not 5, but like a little bit older. A little bit older. But
All right.
that's what I would tell people. Like seriously, like I would tell them,
That's
I want to be
incredible.
on the Supreme Court. I want to be on the Supreme Court. And so in high school, I even did mock trials. Like I was all about law school.
Yeah.
But my grandfather told me that I can go to law school with any degree.
Yeah.
But your plan B needs to be just as good as your plan A. So don't put all of your eggs in law school. If you don't go to law school, how will you make a living?
Yeah.
And so with technology, he was into technology. I decided to do computer information systems with a minor in business.
Wow.
So I did that, and that was great for me because logic, learning how to think logically. I'm able to read a statute now and say if, then, and. Like I'm able to do it, to analyze it in that way. So then I went to Florida State for law school. Go Noles.
Yep.
And so then I went to Vegas and started my career at a large firm in Vegas.
So you had that large firm experience.
Yes.
Got it.
I don't believe in reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
So for me, a lot of people hang their own shingle right away. I was, and I actually had business partners at first when I started my first law firm. But I went to Vegas for 3 years to kind of just work at a large firm and kind of see how they do it. Like how do they work? What are their systems?
Yeah.
And then I copied their systems and started a firm with some partners. And then I opened my own firm a couple of years later.
So the firm with the partners, was that in Vegas, Nevada, or was that in Florida?
That was in Orlando.
Okay, so you came back. How did you originally identify the people that you partnered with?
In law school, we had a plan.
Okay.
So our plan, we wanted to be a full-service law firm.
Yeah.
And so we all went out and got experience in different areas of law.
Okay.
So one partner went out and was a state attorney. One partner was a public defender. One did immigration and civil litigation.
Okay.
I did litigation, family law.
Okay.
And so then we all came together.
Yeah.
And then we opened and launched our firm.
So that was one of the things that I wanted to ask you was why family law, but I didn't realize there was this consortium of this master plan. Would you guys draw straws?
Well, no. I like litigating. So like for me, family law.
This goes back to you fighting. Arguing about everything as a 5-year-old. Yeah.
I like to be in court.
Yeah.
And so with family law, you're in court more so than a civil litigation attorney that's pushing paper and doing mediations and motion practice. Like I like to be in trial.
Yeah.
We specify, not just court. I like to be in trial when it's feasible for my client. It's not always feasible or affordable, but I like trial work.
Yeah.
And so outside of criminal, family law is the next big area where you get trial work.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
People will go to the mat.
Yeah. It makes sense.
For their kids.
It makes sense, of course. I mean, dude, it's your children, right?
Yeah.
You're going to fight. You're going to fight to the very end if you can afford it, right?
It really is recession proof. Like in COVID, it was crazy because my other colleagues, their phones are drying up. Not family law. Like people are mass.
Financial duress does things to a family.
Yeah.
100%.
And people will go into debt arguing over, their children and what they want, if they need to go to school or be at home. Like, so that, like our business just during COVID.
Wow.
Divorce rate went up. And so did my business.
You still have some accounts receivables from that time? You still chasing some of those outstanding bills, or?
I mean, I've changed some of my systems since then, but yes.
Times like that force us to adapt, right? You're dealing
pivot
with things you've never seen before.
Yeah, you have to pivot. You have to definitely pivot because you want to help everybody, but everyone's not your ideal client, and so you learn that. And when you scale, because that's when at COVID is when I really started to scale my business. And as you scale, you're like, oh, I'm not doing that again.
That's interesting. Goodness. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what happened with the partnership? What happened with the idea of we're going to start the big full service law firm? We're going to have our practice areas. We're going to grow this thing.
Yeah, I think
because you don't have partners today.
I don't have partners now.
Yeah.
We're still good friends, my partners and I. But I think everyone's risk tolerance is different.
Very true.
So for me, I came from a large firm making 6 figures. Like I really wanted to get to that, sooner than later.
Yeah.
Like I needed insurance, I needed whatever else. And so everyone's experience was different.
Yeah.
And I think that for me, I'm very decisive. And so for me to have partners and to try to convince you to do this and it's a lot.
Yeah.
And then for me, I have a big personality too. So for them, it's probably like, oh, she has another idea. So for me, I needed to just be on my own so I could live and die by the sword. and make decisions. And if they work, wonderful. And if they don't, it's on me.
Yeah.
So for me, that was difficult. So I left and started my own firm, Conti Moore Law, in 2012.
Yeah.
So I was with my partners for about 2 years, and it was good, like to kind of have that safety net of others, and what they're bringing in versus what you're bringing in. But at some point, you have to kind of, at least for me, I had to branch out and do my own thing.
Wow. So you're like creeping up on a 15-year anniversary.
I am.
That's exciting.
It is. It is. It's I remember when I left my firm in Vegas, I cashed out my 401k.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not really anxious, but like I had like a panic attack. I'm like, the stability of it.
Yeah.
But it was the best decision I ever made in my life, and I don't regret it at all.
Man. So all right. So this is a big one.
Okay.
This is a big, because cashing out your 401k, right? Mm-hmm. That's huge. That you're betting everything on you.
Yep.
Which, like, who better to bet it on, right? You're in control of it. You've got that. But were you married at the time?
No. I was not married.
So there was no counterparty. There was no like, hey, we're doing this together. Okay.
No, it was just me. So it was scary. Like, I was like, I remember walking in like, I'm starting my own firm. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And I mean, it was scary. Like, so and then I moved.
Yeah.
So I was in Las Vegas. I had no clients in Orlando. Mm-hmm. I had no connects in Orlando. Had never lived in Orlando.
Wow.
So that partnership was very good for that because, a couple of them were already in Orlando.
Yeah.
But I came out here, which is like, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
How much money? It's an industry that I know very little about, right? You want to paint your own sign, hang your own shingle, whatever. You want to start your own law firm. Like, what kind of capital commitment is that?
I mean,
really?
you don't need a lot you don't need a lot to get started. But what you do need is a network, right? Because you need people to refer you cases.
Yeah.
Like for me, it was harder because I came here and I didn't have any connections really. I had people from law school, but I didn't really have like a lot of connections. But if you have a good network, you just need a computer, a place to work out of, or even just a place to meet clients, and you need referrals. So it doesn't cost a lot to get started.
So you needed a marketing and business development budget.
Yes.
That's what you needed.
And
you needed to get your name out there, meet some people, get some cases referred in.
Absolutely. And so like what I would do initially, and my partners as well, is we would go out and we would go to different events for the holidays. Like right now, you're going and meeting people. Yep. You wouldn't leave until you passed out 10 or 15 business cards. Like it was very much, we didn't have a big budget, so we need to get out there and make something happen.
Yeah. Grassroots, boots on the ground.
Get in organizations, make a name for yourself. Don't just be in the organization, be on a leadership team. Like it was really that grassroots approach that helped us, especially me, kind of make a name for myself.
That's incredible. And now how many attorneys do you have in your law firm today?
9, 10. We have intake attorneys. So I think 9.
9.
Maybe 10.
And then you're, and this is what I love about you, what I admire about you is very entrepreneurial, right? So like you've got your law firm, but then you also have your sort of like hybrid workspace, hoteling, right?
Yeah.
So you have other attorneys that are coming and going. You own that building.
We own the building.
Right? So real estate investor, multiple business. I'm guessing that hybrid workspace, that's its own standalone business, right?
It is.
How long have you been running that?
4 years. That's iWorkspaces. So that's iWorkspaces Orlando. And it's not just attorneys. It's any business professional that wants to have an office, like the field, but not the overhead of an office.
Yeah.
So we don't advertise that it is like a
Entirely
virtual
word
office.
of mouth.
Yeah, we don't advertise. So it's more so for people who want to come and meet with clients and not feel like this is a virtual office. This is Regis. Like no, we're more sophisticated. But that was a great investment because that side of the building helps to pay for like the building. Like that was a really good investment to buy the building during COVID. COVID was a good time for me.
Yeah.
Except for the loss of, but it was a good time as far as like being an entrepreneur. I think in most like tragic situations, that's when a lot of entrepreneurs are born.
Yeah, and COVID was one of those times. And it's so funny because I talk about this on, actually one of the questions I always ask is, hey, everyone who was out there doing business during the pandemic, there was no middle of the road. It was either really great for you or it was really bad for you.
Yeah.
And for you, it was really great.
It was really great, but I think it was.
It's
really
difficult to say anything was really great.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that, but it made you think outside of the box,
Yeah.
right? So like for me, like I stopped paying for marketing during COVID, like a lot of money during marketing, because it's like people, like I switched to Facebook ads because where was everybody on? They were on Facebook, they were on social media, they weren't working. So pay per click and all that stuff. I was like, no, stop it. Like let's, so it allowed me to kind of pivot and think outside the box. And during a time, because our building is almost 6,000 square feet, no one wanted office space that big because no one was in the office.
Yeah.
Right? So to be able to say, all right, let's purchase that building, make half of it our actual office for, when we get back or whatever. And then the other half for people to have virtual space or have meeting space.
Yeah.
Like it made me at least think outside of the box.
That's great.
So, I mean, it was a tough time, but like I said, whenever there are tough times, that's when you really kind of have to start thinking outside the box and start figuring out different ways to make revenue.
That's exactly right.
And a different way to approach your business too, because the Facebook, it was so much cheaper than pay-per-click. Like I went from spending like $3,000 a month to like $500 and getting a better return on my investment.
Wow.
It was crazy.
That is, and you just never would have known had that not happened. So has that stayed true now post-pandemic? You're still investing more in the social media advertising and all that. You're getting away from the pay-per-click. You're getting away from all that.
Pay-per-click doesn't work for me now at all. It's a lot of money. It's not beneficial for my business.
Yeah.
For some people it works. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Local service ads work well. And that came out, I think, during COVID time.
What's a local service ad?
It's called LSAs for short.
Okay.
But basically you're at the top of Google, the page. They have to vet you, they have to vet your business, and then people will click on there and then they'll see you. And so those work well. SEO, ChatGPT, AI searches, those things work well.
Are you using a third party to help push you to the top of the ChatGPT searches of those things?
Absolutely.
And that's working out well for you?
It is. If you're not doing that,
do it.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah.
Right,
come on. Come on, Chris.
I know. I'll get the vendor from you after we get done here. Okay. All right. So going back, start the law firm in 2012.
Yep.
You have 2 children now, the exact same ages as mine. So I know when you had them. When did you get married?
2014.
Okay. What's your spouse do?
He works for Department of Homeland Security.
Oh.
Works for the feds.
He's a Fed.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get on that insurance.
That insurance, that retirement someday. I love that.
I was like, oh, let's have me now. No, so having someone who has like, my husband, Nick, like he's steady Eddie. Like he is like, so that has allowed me to take more risk because I knew.
That's there.
Like we're good. No matter what. We lived off of, like we could live off of just his salary. Like we try to stay within, like, all right, we could cover the mortgage, all the basic stuff he can cover. So that allows me so much flexibility and it allows me to take so many risks. Like having a good partner matters.
Yeah. Oh, it's
a good solid partner that adds to your life.
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's the most important investment you'll ever make in your life.
Yes, it is. It is. Someone that adds and not takes away.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So 2014, I got married.
Okay, so 2020, and then you had the kids 17 and 19.
Yep.
If they're exactly the same age as my kids.
Exactly the same age.
Okay, got it. So 2 boys, 8-year-old boy. When are you going to make them start coming into the office, stacking papers, stapling, breaking it down?
They're models right now. They're modeling.
Oh, you took that approach?
They're modeling.
I love that.
You can see them on the website. You can see them on social media. They're models.
Okay, all right. But do they know they're working? Are you telling, like...
Yeah, get out here, take these pictures, smile, say cheap. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, earn your keep.
If your children could follow in your footsteps in the law industry, you do that, start their own firm, would you want that for them?
I want them to do whatever makes them happy.
Yeah.
I want them to have their own identity. It would be great. I feel like one may be more of a lawyer than the other because he gives me a run for my money every day. But, I want...
That's the younger one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Yeah, Lenny.
Yeah.
I really want them... I want to expose them to everything and really let them find what they're passionate about. Okay. Like, I want them to have their own identity. But I think one may be... Maybe both, but... They don't need to be. They can do whatever their heart desires.
Okay.
But I do want them to be able to have a career that allows them the freedom and allows them to have time. Yeah. I think that's the most important thing, even over money, is to be able to have time. Yeah. So whatever they do, I hope they can have time to spend with their family and to do what makes them happy and fulfills them.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
Yeah.
So talk to me about like Conti Moore Law, right? I mean, are you trying to build a legacy business? Do you have aspirations that someday one of your children would inherit the firm, would take it over, would continue to build it for the next generation to come, or is this like, hey, I hope Holland and Knight buys me someday and writes a big check, you know,
No,
like whatever. You know?
legacy matters to me.
Okay.
I think that it does absolutely matter to be able to have something that's here when you're gone.
Yeah.
I think for me is important. I don't want to be bought out by someone else.
Yeah.
We have some people in the firm that are really helping to build
Yeah.
what we have. So I want us to all be able to kind of build it together. So I would like, I mean, not every kid takes over a business. Like Morgan and Morgan's kids are involved in, they're involved in that business.
Yeah.
But you know, the business can continue with or without my kids.
Yeah.
That's what the goal is.
Okay.
The standard, what we're trying to accomplish. I want that to continue beyond just
Yeah.
me.
Are you ever going to bring in partners?
Non-equity partners.
Non-equity
Yes.
partners. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You have to.
Yeah.
I think you have to for people.
If you want to continue to
Yeah,
grow,
if you wanna grow.
incentivize the right attorneys
Yeah.
to join, help you build this thing.
Absolutely.
It's something that you have to do.
Yep. Yeah.
Have you started yet?
About to.
Oh.
I have one attorney that has been there a while and has helped build it from the ground up. So yes, I want her to become a partner.
That's incredible. That's exciting. Are you ever going to expand to other markets, other cities?
I thought about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we could. So that's a part of like the scaling.
Yeah.
And so like it's like when you scale too fast, it's a little scary. So like COVID taught me that. The pandemic taught me scaling too fast can be scary.
Yeah.
But we're developing systems that we could go to other markets. We were in Cocoa for a little bit. I still service Brevard County.
Okay.
But we can look at South Florida,
Yeah.
Northern Florida, or going beyond.
Okay.
But I need partners to help me
Yeah.
so I can have more capacity
Yeah.
to look at expanding.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's human capital is one of the most difficult things to get done and get done right.
It is.
You do it wrong. I mean, you and I have talked at length about hiring decisions and how difficult that can be. And
Fail fast.
yeah, correct. Correct. Fail fast. It's right. It's right.
You got to fail fast.
Yeah, you do.
No, so I would love to expand. I just need to get, more things in place.
Yeah.
Because if I'm able to not have to be if I'm not in the business, I can
Yeah.
work on the business a little bit more.
Do you have anyone, because one thing that I would say, especially for like your size of business, the way you approach technology systems, the way you approach marketing with the podcast that we've done, putting it all together, I mean, that takes a lot of work, a lot of focus, and it seems like, and maybe, oh, there we go, let me turn that off. It seems like you're doing a ton of that. Is there like an operator, someone on the administrative side or at the senior management level? Because when we're doing these things, I get the vibe that like you researched the platform that we're going to do this podcast on.
Who tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I outsource a lot of stuff overseas.
So you okay. All right.
Yeah.
How long you been doing that?
Oh, years.
Really?
Yeah, like 2020-ish.
Okay.
But I outsource a lot of things overseas. And so
Where?
The Philippines, South Africa, Colombia.
Do you pick, I mean, are certain groups in certain countries better at some things than others?
It depends. I think you
Yeah.
can find talent anywhere. And so like Upwork is a great place to go and, put out if you have a job or you're looking for someone to help you.
Yeah.
You can go to Upwork. If you're looking for the Philippines, you can go to onlinejobs.ph. It's
There
just
you
the
go.
same thing as Indeed.
Yeah.
You go on, you interview them. Some people are going to be great. Some people are going to be horrible.
Yeah.
And you go from there. But like Intake
Yeah.
is really good in the Philippines. My graphic design work, the young lady that helps me
Yeah.
with when we're doing our lives, she's in the Philippines. She's wonderful.
Stop.
Yeah.
The one who's like there, like just zoomed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so behind the times.
Come on,
I
Chris,
know.
wait,
I gotta
let's
get
go.
with it. I gotta get with it. Okay.
There's talent. I mean, and for me, even like when searching for paralegals,
Yeah.
like the only people that have to be in Orlando for me
Yeah.
are the attorneys.
Yeah.
But why fish in the sea when I can fish in the ocean?
Yeah, 100%. No,
As far as talent.
I couldn't agree more. Okay. All right. So you're getting a lot of assistance there. You said something earlier about when you first moved to Florida, you started, this is now back doing the multi-purpose law firm with your partners at that time, that you guys had to create a network. You had to get out there. So you were
Yep.
joining the industry associations, hitting the holiday parties, doing all the networking events. But you were doing it, intentionally. You
Yes.
were getting on the leadership committees. You were taking positions that required, more interaction. You're still doing that, right? You got me involved with the Orange County Bar Association last year, so you haven't slowed down on that. So it must still be either filling your cup,
Yeah.
or it's providing an ROI, or both, right?
Referrals are my number one. Yeah,
Yeah,
referrals
yeah.
are my number one source
Yeah.
of new clients. Other lawyers, other people saying like, oh yeah, you want to stay top of mind. You want to have top of mind awareness. And so that's very important to me. So like I'm sending out gifts. I'm at different events. I'm hosting things in my office. So like top of mind awareness is key.
Huge.
Yeah, I want people to think about Family Law and think about our firm.
Okay.
So you have to be out there. You can't just be at home. Like you have to. It's a constant, not struggle, but it's something you have to consistently do it. You can't stop.
Okay. So I'm not gonna. We'll edit this out if you don't know the answer.
Okay.
How many attorneys are there in Orange County?
I don't know. A lot. A whole bunch.
A whole bunch. Like a
whole
lot.
bunch. Yeah,
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah. You have a lot of competition.
You have a lot of, and then there's people, because what's happening is that people are coming out of law school. They can't get jobs. They're hanging their own shingle. Right, and so you have people who are charging $1,000 for a divorce. Like there's.
I see the yards. I see the signs at the intersections.
It may be a paralegal, but yes, you see all that, right?
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
like there's constant. So what, why should people refer to you? Like how are they going to remember your name?
Yeah.
And you have to constantly be out there and doing different things and make sure that you stay relevant.
Barbecue rub.
Oh yeah.
The barbecue rub. The Conti Moore Law barbecue rub. I love that. It is good stuff.
Referral marketing is important.
Yeah.
And so like when we first got started, we didn't have money to spend $3,000 a month doing pay-per-click or whatever else. So you have like referral gifts. Thanking people for giving you or referrals, or ask here's the barbecue rub. So the barbecue rub, for those who don't know, my dad in Memphis, my biological father, he is great. He's great at smoking meat. Like it's delicious.
Yeah.
And so I took. I got his barbecue rub. I got a whole bunch of it. They shipped it down here, and I put it in little containers, and I sent it out to all of my people in my network, and people loved it.
It's great.
Thanks.
It's great.
Thanks.
That's why I came back for a second jar.
It's really good, but it's also like thinking outside the box. Like people send the same stuff. Like I don't send anything out during the holidays because I'm competing with all the other holiday gifts.
Yeah. So you're doing it all throughout the year.
Throughout the year. But I will not send anything out I sent something out in the beginning of November, but I do not compete with everybody else sending out gifts during the holidays. I'll let you guys, everybody else can do that. I do something else at a different time.
You use a third party to do all the gifting throughout the year? You're doing it?
Yeah.
That's
I have
one
my
thing
team.
you're doing in-house?
Yeah, I have my team do that. And I have a party coming up for Mardi Gras that I need you to come to.
I'll be there.
At the office. It'll be a good time.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, it'll be a good
out
time.
there.
But I'm very intentional about that.
Yeah.
I'm very intentional about having touch points with people throughout the year, and not just ask them, hey, send me a referral.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, I come out, come eat, come hang out. Here's something for you. I hand out candles.
Yeah.
At one point. Like, I really try to be intentional and creative.
You do a good job with it.
Thank you.
Kudos for that.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into the hard-hitting questions, Beck. Let's go to the hard stuff.
Let me get ready.
Black female attorney. Talk about that. I mean, has it been disadvantageous at times? Has it created a core network of like badass women around you that have like bound together and been really helpful at times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been both. It's empowering when you have a network of other people who can kind of understand what you're going through. But when I purchased my building, the attorney, the title attorney, or for the title company, is like, how are you doing this? Like, I experienced discrimination in that when I haven't talked about this publicly at all, actually. But we
and that's crazy. Like that was 4 years ago.
It was 4 years ago, and he was just like, how are you doing this? Like, how is this black girl, doing this? And it was, I had never.
That's like wild.
No, it was, that was really tough to have someone treat you like that and like literally like ask questions like.
Gives me like chills.
Yeah, it was during the closing of buying the building, and he made everything difficult. But I haven't talked about that publicly, but I guess he was trying to figure out, like, how are you able to do this? Like, what do you have going on? And it was just frustrating that in 2021, 2021, that you would experience someone who would be questioning how you were able to do this and try to belittle you. at that time, and so that was tough. But
Horrible.
but it's beyond that. It's empowering to be able to encourage and to inspire other people.
Yeah.
That you can do this, that you can get out here, and and nothing can hold you back. But it's also disheartening when you're dealing with someone who's just like, you don't deserve to be here. Basically, you don't deserve to buy this building. Who are you? What are you doing? Let me question all of these things. So that was tough, but it didn't stop me.
No, of course it's not going to stop you. Are you kidding? You. It's not going to stop you at all. But that's wild. Coming up within your professional network here in Orange County, I mean, Orlando, to me, like, I see it. It's a cultural melting pot. Was that difficult, or is it just there's just so much here now at this point that you just it was just another thing, just whatever. Is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was. I love Orlando. Like I
love Orlando too.
I love
Orlando too. Yeah,
I love the different cultures. I just love everything about Orlando because I came from Colorado.
Yeah.
Like in Colorado,
Subaru and Birkenstocks. That's what I always say about Colorado. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah.
True. Even when I was growing up in high school, I remember one girl I used to do debate in forensics.
Yeah.
And so one girl in Manitou Springs was like, "You speak so well to be black," and I was like, "Huh?"
That's very Colorado.
Now I'm
going to start bagging on Colorado.
I was like, "You speak so well to be black." I was like, "You speak so like that." So that was crazy. So when I came to Florida, and especially Florida, I'm like, "Wow, like this! Wow, some people who look like me," and it was very empowering. So I love the diversity.
Yes.
Here, in Orlando.
Yeah.
So I don't see that as being an issue.
I moved to Colorado for 5 years.
You lived in Colorado?
Yeah, for 5 years.
We didn't talk about this?
I know. This is why we do this.
Okay.
And I just remember being like, man, I gotta get back to Florida. Like there's no food options. I've got
Where were you?
I was in Denver.
Okay.
I was in Denver. I lived right downtown in Rhino, actually. And then when we had our first child, our daughter, we had to get a house, right? So we moved out to the burbs in Lakewood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we sold that house and we moved back here. But yes, zero.
If you ever go back, you have to go to my stepdad's restaurant in Colorado Springs called the Purple Onion. It's great. He's a phenomenal cook. Like the food is so good.
Okay.
The Purple Onion in Colorado Springs.
All right.
But I agree that there's no good food.
In
Denver.
You know what? I take that back. There is for whatever reason, a big Vietnamese population. There is some good Vietnamese food.
I'm a picky eater, so I don't know. I'm a picky eater, Chris. So I don't know.
All right. How are we doing on time, Mr. Gio?
We're about 30 minutes in. It's great. Honestly, you're talking about marketing stuff, and I love it.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, it's very good.
Oh, okay, awesome.
I like it.
Awesome. All right, we're just...
Okay. All right, we got some good ones here.
Yeah, you have some deep questions on there.
Yeah. All right. So this is one that I actually do really like to ask because I think it's a super important one. Do you have anyone in your sphere, in your world, who you trust enough to check you?
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I know you do.
You
I
have
just like
to.
to ask the question, right?
Yeah.
So like, who's that person, people in your world where sometimes they might come in and be like, you know what, Conti, I let you slip by with a lot of these marketing ideas, but I think this one you might slip on, or this business expansion plan, or this whatever it may be, make it up. Like who do you really trust to kind of maybe tell you the things you don't want to hear, but you need to hear it?
I think, I know that I'm blessed to have people. I have a lot of people, not a lot. I have probably about 4 people around me who are going to just keep it absolutely 100 with me, no matter what.
That's good. That's a good, 4's more than a lot have.
Yeah. I'm thinking like James, I'm not forgetting names, like James, Kashar, Shayna, Barb.
Yeah.
To where either gonna tell me, Conti, I heard this is horrible. Like this, no, this is, or they don't care how I respond, but you need that.
Yeah.
You don't need yes people around you because you can't grow. You need people to tell you that you're wrong. I remember, this is crazy that I'm even talking about this. I remember when the pandemic first hit, and I was worried about people working remotely, and James was like, "Girl, are you crazy? people can get more stuff done at home. They can da-da-da-da. And so if I didn't have that person to check me on that, I could have, because a lot of law firms, they don't believe in remote work at all. At this point, I don't care. Did you get your stuff done? Okay. But if I had someone else saying, yeah, no remote work, that would have changed where my firm, was going.
Yeah.
And so to have someone that sit there and like, look, no, absolutely, people work from home, and it doesn't matter if they're in the office, and this is how you can regulate it. You need to have people who are going to challenge you, or you won't grow.
Absolutely.
So I have people, like a lot of my core friends challenge me every day.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a lot of yes people. Like I don't have like people would think like, oh, like no, my good friends.
Yeah.
Challenge me frequently.
That's great. So that's like your core friend group. That's not necessarily people within Conti Moore Law, or it is?
I mean, I want people to challenge me.
Yeah.
Now I may not always go with your idea, but I want, like, if you don't have dialogue, if you don't have conversation, like how do you know you're doing it the best way?
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah.
I may not always agree, and I might still die by the sword, but hey.
Well, and people always say this. I'd heard this in podcasts and information that I've digested forever, and you do get to see it firsthand. Is the larger your organization grows, particularly as the sole owner, right? Mm-hmm. There's just this sort of general dynamic that evolves where you're surrounded by more yes people. Right, more people that are trying to not upset the boss, look out for their job, and they're gonna say what you want to hear, because every human being has a sense of self-preservation.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to lose their gig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So having that kind of core group of people who will be transparent with you, but also that you trust and you respect their opinion, right?
You can't listen to everybody.
No, you can't listen to everybody.
But back to your point about within the business, though, I think that's a culture thing.
Yeah.
As well, I'm really big on culture.
Yeah.
And so, like, what I like to do with my team is, I'll let them start with me. Right? Like, sacrifice me, go first. Tell me something you love that I do, something that you hate that I do, something you want me to do differently.
Yeah.
And so I invite that, like, tell me, you guys start with me.
How often are you going to them for that kind of feedback?
We're supposed to do it quarterly.
Okay.
But it's, tell me, I say start with me first.
Are you going into a room and just you're doing like Survey Monkey?
No, we do no, but I do it because I want, feedback is a gift.
Yes.
And if you can't take and receive feedback, like, how do you grow? And I want people to give me feedback. Like, how can I be a better leader? How can we grow?
Yeah.
And so I will do it like within small groups.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's like we have teams. So all right, here, this team, start with me. What can I do better? What do you want me to stop? What do you hate that I do? Tell me. What do you hate?
Yeah.
What? Because if you don't learn how to work better with your team, how can you grow and develop your team to reach new heights? You can't. You can't.
That's right.
So for me, I like feedback. So, and I know that I'm different than some law firm owners or just business owners, but I want to figure out from the people who are doing the work, how do we make it better?
Yeah.
How am I throwing you off? When I call you and ask you a million questions, how is that ruining your day? Tell me so I can adjust and I can pivot. Because the goal is to reach our revenue goal and for everybody to reach their own individual goals. That's the goal. So if I'm stopping you from doing that, tell me, how can I help you do what we need to do?
That's incredible. I love that. It must be tough to hold yourself to do it quarterly, though, and then actually act upon and put deliverables in place from that feedback.
Yeah, I mean,
that's where I fall short, is always the deliverables and the follow-up.
Execution is hard.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hardest thing to do. But the way that I look at it is that if you change direction just 1 or 2 degrees, if you're flying a plane and you change direction just 1 or 2 degrees, you'll end up somewhere completely different. So if I don't incorporate all the things, I give myself some grace.
Yeah.
But we can change 1 or 2 things each quarter. That's big.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. But feedback, it starts from the top down. Because if you're not receiving feedback as a leader, how can you ask the person at the bottom to receive feedback well?
You can't.
So that culture is big for me.
Culture's huge. And as businesses grow and become more remote, more jobs are being done by AI, more things are becoming automated. The things that will truly differentiate is definitely going to be culture, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Culture in the workplace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And flexibility. Yeah. I think a lot of law firm owners are afraid of flexibility, and they feel like you have to be in the office. Well, okay, your people are going to come over here with me. You're not going to be able to keep a good team if you feel like everybody has to be in the office all day, 24. Like, they don't have to be.
Do you have a dress code?
Professional.
I mean, you're still
but-
attorneys,
I'm still, like, when you
and
go to
you guys
court-
are going into court a lot, right?
And we're that's interesting because we have this debate. Like, okay, you still need to have a jacket on. You still need to have a suit on. Like, there's still certain things that we have to do as attorneys.
In Orlando, or I guess Orange County, men still have to wear a tie in front of the judge?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Some of that
all right.
old school, that's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Because the judges we're in front of don't care about, this work from home wife, or like they don't, they expect us to come and be presentable.
Yeah.
So you have to balance some of the traditional things with the, well, you can work, flexible from home, in the office, a hybrid schedule.
Yeah.
But still trying to train newer or younger attorneys that, hey, this is still required.
Yeah.
But when I was a younger attorney, they said that I had to wear pantyhose. So that we don't have to do that. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you need to have pantyhose on to go
Wow.
to court. And I was like, but that was in Vegas. In Florida, it was too hot for that.
Yeah, I was going to say that couldn't work here.
Florida was too
Definitely
humid.
not
It was
down
too,
south.
It was too humid.
Yeah.
In Florida for that kind of talk.
So like you've got these attorneys, and this is one thing that always has been kind of like whenever I get to learn about a new business, their target is billable hours. I'm assuming
Revenue collected.
Revenue
you can bill
collected.
1 million hours. If you didn't collect on it, what does it mean?
correct, right?
Yeah.
You just got a big old receivable. Doesn't mean crap, right?
Right.
Okay. Are you helping them plan their business for the coming year? Are you, because like me, every single one of our loan officers, December, right? Business planning. Put the business plan together. How are we going to act on it? What are we going to do? Is that something that a business owner of a small law firm helps their 9 attorneys plan out what their strategy is going to look like for the coming year?
Yeah. So for me, I don't need them to bring in business. Really, they can get incentives or get a bonus for bringing in business, but I have enough business for you to do the work.
Got it.
And so I don't need you to really do that part of it. But what I do every year, I just did it last week, is I do a vision board party for my team.
Okay.
And so we do a vision board party.
I actually saw that on your social.
You saw it? Okay.
Yeah, I saw it.
So we, I need to post on it for real. But we come together, everyone who's there, and then also those who are remote, like overseas, everybody has to do it. It's my one mandatory thing we have to do every year.
Wow.
And so I tell them, I don't want to hear anything about professional stuff.
Yeah.
I want to know what's important to you in your personal life. Like, what are your priorities in your personal life?
Yeah.
Because if you can understand what motivates your team, then you can figure out the business stuff later.
Yeah.
Right? So I start with what matters to you the most. And so everybody, and it's such a good event because you get to learn so much about the people in your team, like what motivates them, what are their struggles, what are they trying to do for the year, whatever else.
Yeah.
So if I have someone that's like, okay, I want to pay off my credit card debt. Okay, and I take one goal from each person's board and I put it on the Conti Moore Law board.
Okay.
Right? So that we can all kind of keep track of what we're trying to do.
All right.
So if you want to pay off credit card debt, I'm going to help you come up with a plan
Yeah.
to try to accomplish that or to get close to it, right? But you have to figure out what matters to your team because making money doesn't matter to everybody.
No.
It may be time, work-life balance, or whatever else. So you need to figure out what motivates your team. And when you figure that out, then you can figure out how to help them with getting towards your goal because you figure out how to help them get to what's important to them.
Yeah. That's good. I like that too.
Yeah, vision board. I really believe in vision boards because it allows you to make things plain, write it out, and understand like what you're trying to accomplish for the year.
Big fan of manifesting. Some people,
to.
think it's a little granola. I'm all for it. Manifest the future that you want all day.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
so like even with the building, I put on my vision board for 1 year that I wanted to buy a building and I bought it the next year.
So that was pretty strategic. Like you knew you wanted to own your building one day.
You're in real estate. Yeah, that's important. Like they're not making any more.
No. It is
no-
what it is,
there's no
right?
more
Land is land. Yeah.
And so our building's downtown.
Yeah, it's in a great location.
Thanks. And free parking.
And you can walk to the courthouse. It's a great spot. It's a great spot, and I'm sure you'll have it for decades to come. That may become a generational asset. Who knows?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But they're building high rises like crazy down there.
I know.
So.
I know. And that whole thing going on with the old Orlando Sentinel location, that
gonna be a
whole
high-rise.
redevelopment, it's going to be more. It's going to be a whole, world in and of itself.
Our property value's going up.
I know. You must have loved to see that. You must have loved it.
Yeah, we could put some more chargers in the parking lot. Maybe some more chargers for the electric vehicles.
Could you build that building higher if you wanted to?
I don't know. There are a lot of rules
Yeah,
down
yeah,
there. Like I couldn't even put
yeah.
a sign. Like There's a lot of rules. I don't know. Possibly, but that's something to think about.
Yeah, I don't know, right? Who knows what the future holds?
Let me put that on my vision board to figure that out.
Yeah, exactly, right. You can hire someone to do that for you. All right, so you just brought up a really great point, something we always talk about, work-life balance, right? You've got 2 kids, young kids. You've got a husband. When's family time?
Well, now I have more time. But when I was building the business, I didn't have as much time.
Yeah.
But now, time is the most important thing that we have.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and so this Friday, I'm going to my son's his field trip. I like to be on all the field trips for my kids. Like, I have time to do that. I can prioritize that now. That hasn't always been the case.
Yeah.
And people always say, well, how do you have work-life balance? I don't.
Yeah.
Especially back in the building stages of my business.
Yeah.
You're trying to keep all the balls up in the air, and
100%.
something may fall, and you just have to just give yourself some grace.
I know.
But it's but now I can be more intentional about being home in the evenings and like trying to. I still work sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, I figured it all out.
Yeah.
But I do have an au pair, however we want to pronounce it.
Okay.
That has been a game changer for me.
Live in?
No
way.
Yes.
I've been arguing for that forever. I can't win that one.
Surprise.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
I know.
go.
Tell her.
We need to go out. No, like that. But that's been helpful because I'm sure that you're involved. Like my husband's involved with his children.
I try to be very involved.
Right, but it's
as much as I can be.
Right, but it's helpful to have someone that can do things how we want them done,
yes.
not necessarily how the dads, end up doing it.
Yeah,
so tell her, she needs to talk to me about that. But that's been very helpful because we don't have a lot of family in Orlando.
Yeah.
And so to be able to, have nights out or to do whatever we want to do, like to have that in-house care has been great.
How often do you do date night?
Not enough. Really not enough. Maybe once every couple months. Yeah.
You got to do it once a week.
Once a week? That's okay. Once a week. Well,
we're not doing it either once a week. I'll tell you that right now. We try and get, holidays come around. It's tough, everything, but like.
Once a week. Well, now that my husband's schedule has changed, because before he had rotating days off, so that was hard.
Oh yeah.
So like to have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But now it's going to be set days. So we will shoot for, I don't know about every week, but.
Nah, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, like maybe like every other week, maybe once a month to be real. But
yeah,
that's the goal.
That's a good goal. That's a good goal. Okay, talk to me about Conti Moore Law 5 years from now. What's that look like?
Oh, scaling.
Scaling.
Me doing less things, but doing them better.
Yeah.
I'm really in my delegation era. I'm really trying to delegate down.
Yep.
And because when I was building the business, there was points where you just couldn't walk away. You couldn't do a vacation. You couldn't whatever. Now I'm able to take more vacations and do things and the business run independent of me.
Nice.
And so for me, that has been great. I want to have more of that. And I want to be able to do more coaching. So I want to be able to have the business to continue to grow and to continue to scale.
Yeah.
And our systems to continue to do what they need to do so that we can do that, but it's not really dependent upon me.
That's great.
So maybe we can double our size. And
again, back to finding the right people, right?
Oh yeah, it's finding the right people and developing them.
Yeah.
I think that as entrepreneurs, and I hear so many attorneys, I need a senior attorney. Well, everybody wants a senior attorney that knows what to do, right? But you have to be able to. The magic, the key is developing people and investing in their development. Because then even if they leave you after a certain amount of time, you still got a return on your investment.
Correct.
If they were able to do things better
or
at a higher level while they were with you.
And if they do it right, they train their replacement.
Right.
If that's the kind of individual that you brought up, you developed, you poured your time, your human capital into, it's exactly right.
People aren't meant to stay forever. I think sometimes people take it personally when someone goes to their next opportunity or when you send someone to their next opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's a part of the process, you know. But for me, I'm really big in developing people.
Yeah.
And so that's the magic sauce, if you will. If you can develop people and help them grow, that will help you grow.
Wow. I love that too. Although it is tough when you get a good one and they go out.
It is tough, but if you're able to develop them, that lets you know that the next person, you can do the same thing, or you can even get a better. I've never went backwards as far as team members, right? So like once you learn and you kind of around someone that's good, you know what to look for in the next person.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's okay. Growth is. It's okay for everybody.
Yeah.
to move on. But it does suck.
You gonna buy some more real estate?
I would like to.
Yeah.
I would like to get some more real estate. I like
Okay.
the iWorkspaces, the virtual office, but you're not, a Regis. You're not saying you're a virtual office. I think it's a good little niche. I would like
Yeah.
to do more of it.
Okay. You like the Orlando market still?
I do.
Yeah.
I like Orlando. Miami's a different market for lawyers. It's a different beast.
Different world for almost every industry.
Yeah,
it's
like,
a
it's
different
just-
world
it's just
down
like,
there.
it's-
Yeah.
The way they talk, like, it's just
Oh,
different.
yeah.
So I mean, I could see myself going north before I
Yeah.
go south.
Oh yeah. Me
Like, I
too.
let them do their thing down there.
Yeah, we always kid in mortgage. We'll go all over Florida. We just stay north of Alligator Alley.
Yeah,
that's
it's a
just-
different breed.
It
it's
is.
Just a different how
it-
they deal with people. How you talk. My tolerance.
Fun place to go visit. I just don't know if I'm gonna be opening up a branch down there anytime soon.
Yeah,
And that's okay.
It's I'm with you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll be in Tallahassee before I'll be in Miami.
I love Tallahassee.
I do. You went to Florida State?
Yeah, I was at Florida
Oh,
State.
yeah.
It's just great town, great memories. Love still getting up there, going to the games. Yeah, it's just cool. It doesn't feel like Florida. It's got hills, it's got trees,
It's
got
South Georgia.
Correct. It's got a South Georgia vibe, except the 40s.
Yeah.
Still got to cross the border for those.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So, if people wanted to learn more about Conti Moore Law Firm, get in touch with you. What's the best way to do that?
ContiMooreLaw.com, social
Okay.
media. We have a YouTube channel that has a lot of information on there.
Okay.
You can go to YouTube, social media, call us at 407-831-0203. I'm not hard to find.
Okay. No, you're not. You're everywhere. And you are family law, family law, family
That's
law.
all we do.
So that's it. That's all you
it.
do. You specialize in it. That's it.
That's all we do. Yep. It's just
Okay.
that one area of law.
Okay.
Divorces, child custody, child support, all those things, domestic violence injunctions. That's all we do.
It's incredible. That's
My
great.
niche. That's our niche.
We'll be chatting soon, celebrating 15 years.
Yep.
Okay. I love it. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me.